Reinforcements, but it's not the thief I was expecting, so that's good. I want to say he shows up at like turn 14 or something like that, but I'm not 100% certain, so we'll find out probably. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's restore for the last time. That I'm gonna check here in a second, but that sleep staff should be gone now. Kind of an interesting level up. For a Valkyrie, anyway. Let's see, is it gone? No, it does have one more use on the left. Ugh, great. Alright. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of here before they actually start causing some trouble. You're a sniper, you should be able to dodge that, but apparently he wasn't, so whatever. And weapon triangles, who cares about those, right? Get this guy anyway. That's kind of one of the and it's not as big a deal in other games. Shadow Dragon, I noticed it wasn't, but sometimes whenever you're playing a Fire Emblem game, you know, you'll hear about the weapon triangle, the Trinity of Magic, and you'll just get to a point where you're strong enough that you can pretty much just say screw you to the weapon triangle and use whatever you want. I mean, there will be some slight differences, but it's not noticeable enough to where you'll step back and go, oh, they're definitely not going to hit this person, or oh, that's not going to do near as much damage, or oh, I'll take a lot more damage than I would if I use this unit. You might see a difference in your accuracy. It might go from 100%, it might drop to like maybe like 85, where it's, you know, it's got a chance of missing, but that's still pretty good odds, as opposed to earlier in game where it would have been like with a sword, it would have been 100% chance. And I shift that back. No, I can't during this. 100% chance that you'd hit with a sword, and then if you tried to use an axe, it would be like mid 50s or something like that, where it was definitely not a good idea. Back normal now. Meanwhile, these guys are just throwing themselves at Oscar. I'm kind of letting him make up here for all the battles I left him out of, because there just wasn't enough room in the party, and I was trying to level up other units, so kind of give him a little bit of revenge for that. He's certainly doing his job. Apparently his time on the bench has not gotten his skills rusty, because he's doing quite well. There's that beautiful 20 that I wanted to see. Very nice. Alright, we're going to start using Leaf again. Soth, we'll take you over here. These last two. Volk, the last two are down here, so I will be sending them down this way. There is a door there. It's for some reason, the first time I didn't notice there was a door, and it's probably because this was the only area where you can actually see the treasure chest before you open the door, so that was probably why, but it's still kind of bizarre. Who needs healing? I can... well, they don't really need it that badly. Still, let's go ahead and do it. Get some experience, might as well. So, keep in mind, in recruiting Tormod, he is going to move, and you do need Ike to talk to him. I believe we can check right here, but yep, it is Ike, okay. Let's go back to what we were. There we go. So, you do want to have Ike within his range. Yeah, go ahead and break him. Might as well. He does have a spear, so he can throw something at you, so you won't accidentally kill him on the counter. So, make sure you get Ike within range, but don't make sure Ike also does not kill him, so don't do that either. If you're wondering how to tell how much damage you're going to do against the door, see how on this screen right here it says longbow attack 21? If I fire at the door, 21. That's how you tell. Let's move everybody else down here. This is actually a pretty quick run of this stage, if you're wondering, by the way. Some longer runs will take the better of 20 turns. I've had some take 30, but that was because I was dealing with the boss and I was letting Rolf get a bunch of pot shots in. Because, like I said, the boss won't move, and she also has a range of 1, so I was just sitting there firing arrows just endlessly to get his weapon level up. Worked out pretty well, too. Got it from C, and he got B after a couple shots, and then got all the way up to A, so... Ahaha! I will cut you down with ease and leave your corpse for the rats. Dude, there's rats in this castle, that's gross. Good throw, though. Good job. Good teamwork. Storage now. Hey, watch him show up like way late. I'll be like fighting Ina. He'll just pop in. Likely what will happen. Ah, he's got a spear. Go figure. Let's use the Knight. Kill her on the Knight, even though it won't do bonus damage. Actually, 40 and 5. Ashnard. 6 and 23. Okay, yeah, we'll let Ashnard try first. Looking at his accuracy and power, not mine. I hope my accuracy's not that bad. Jeez. If this doesn't get a critical and Oscar doesn't, then I'll let Soren finish him off. Oh, he can critical. How about that? I was expecting him not to, so I was like, alright, now we're gonna move Soren up, but no, he actually did. How about that? I can't reach anybody else. Nah, I'm not gonna use it. I don't want to waste it. Yeah, I have an extra movement space. How about over here, who's... Yeah, might as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and recruit Tornado now. I'm not going to be using him for my playthrough in case you're wondering, but it's probably better to do that now rather than trying to get the guy around him and then go for recruiting him. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Might as well. Yeah, take this! What is it? Why are you staring at me like that? Yeah, he does kind of have a creepy stare to him. He's also got that butt chin going on. That's quite nice. I'm Tornado, General of Dayan, young General of Crimea. I have but one question for you. Your swordsmanship is familiar. Who taught you to fight in this way? To the best of my knowledge, that style was used by only one man, an old friend of mine. My father, he taught me to use the sword. Is that so? Then you were Gawain's son. Apparently he just knew that because of I don't know. Because Ike didn't tell him his father's name, but whatever. Wait, are you a friend of my father? Oh, okay, that makes sense. You were good friends long ago. How is the old goat? He's dead. Yeah, he kind of got killed by the Black Knight. Sorry, buddy. That can't be. For the Gawain I knew to be beaten. Who was it? Who took him down? It was the Black Knight. Who else, man? I did not know his strength had grown so... Oh, dude, you should see him. He's scary, man. He is scary. Do you have any brothers or sisters? I have one. Yeah, I have one sister. In that case, I will not fight you. The world must not lose Gawain's style of swordsmanship. I surrender. You may lock me away or execute me or do what you will. I care not. Are you sane? Very much so. I'd already decided that I would die in this place. That sounds like something a sane person would say, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, maybe not. But, you know. I've served this country for many years, since the time of the previous king. Wow, dude. Dedicated, apparently. The current regent who rules through fear and wants nothing but war. I can abide it no longer. If you plan on dying anyway, join us. We have need of strength such as yours. I don't like knights, but sure, why not? Do you take the form of general? I cannot. Your fellow Crimeans would resist. They would never accept this. Our army does not have the luxury of being so picky. Yeah, that's also true. I've already thrown my life away. If it can serve you somehow, you may use it as you see fit. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Pretty easy. I'll move you down here. Since you got Knight Ring. Tornado is level 14 general, as you can already tell. Comes with Spear, Silver Blade, and a Colt, so we already know what all those are. He also comes with Resolve. This is actually a pretty good skill. Whenever your unit's HP is at half or less, so in his case it's at 24 or lower, it increases his strength, skill, and speed by, I believe, 1.5. So it's actually very good. I'm not a big fan of skills that you have to have your unit at a low percentage, kind of like Wrath, but it's still a very good. It's still a very good skill to have, nonetheless. Got a good weapon level. He's got an A in swords and lances, so that's pretty awesome. You can use pretty much anything you want. Let's see. Going over his stats, we have HP is at 60%, strength is 55%, magic is 5%, but, you know, it's magic, who cares? Skill 50%, speed 30%, luck 60%, defense 40%, and resistance 15%. So his stats are slightly below average for a level 14 general. He's not going to cap any of his stats if he's that high up. His stats make him usable, surprisingly, but I'm not a big fan of knight units. He's got one of the, like I said, one of the best skills in the entire game with Resolve. His resistance is fairly high for a general in Path of Radiance. Like, a lot of the generals you'll see, the resistance is not going to be 14, so that's pretty decent. So he makes a decent addition to the army. I'm not a fan of knight units, though. That's just me personally. So I will not be using Tornado, but he is usable. I've used him before in Path of Radiance. He is usable, but just not a fan. So sorry, Tornado, you're getting benched. You can hang out in here. I'm gonna go stab this guy. He was probably your friend. Oh, I was hoping for a critical. Oh well. Nice! There's that critical. Never mind. Keep in mind, all the units in here are going to move. The only one that won't is the boss, so just fair warning about that. Whenever you get ready to run into that center area, I would recommend forming a wall right here on these 3 squares. How much does this wall have? 30. I can do that. There we go. I'll get rid of it. So hang out right there. Yeah, don't need to do anything. Soth, your last job is to open these up. First one's got corrosion. Oh, right, corrosion. Corrosion is a very weird skill. Let's put it this way, you're not going to need corrosion. Basically what corrosion does, if I remember correctly, in this game it might be a little bit different than it is to Radiant Dawn, but in Radiant Dawn, depending on how much damage you would do, would cause the enemy's weapon to reduce the usage by that number, which sounds weird. Let's put it this way, if I gave corrosion to Rolf and he shot an arrow at an enemy, and corrosion activated, let's say he did 15 damage to that enemy, and the weapon that the enemy is using had 15 uses left on it, it would break that weapon. In this game, it might just break the weapon flat out if you fired it, but most of the time, whenever I'm attacking units, I want them dead in that round. So, for the most part, it's pretty useless. I'm not a big fan of it. It kind of has a practical sense if you're fighting, like, you know, pretty drawn-out battles. You know, if you like using units that have high defense but maybe not the greatest speed and, you know, the greatest speed and strength, then maybe they'd come in handy there, but it's, for my playstyle, it doesn't work that well, so not going to be using it. Let's go ahead and get our formation ready here. I can put you right in the center. And whenever you actually get him up to this point, he will scream out, "Ashnard, show yourself!" Uncle Doe and Dragon? I've been waiting for you. You're General Ike, are you not? Who are you? My name is Ina. By the orders of the king, I am the protector of this capital. Withdraw. I have no desire to fight a useless battle with you. It's Ashnard I'm after. I regret to inform you that the king is not here. What? The king and the main body of the Dane army remain in Crimea, where they have been since it fell. What are you saying? The king's abandoned the capital? I share your desire to see this conflict end, so rather than see you travel to Crimea to fight Ashnard, I felt it would be much faster for me to defeat you and your army here, don't you agree? That's one way to look at it. The problem is I'll never let you do as you please with Crimea. You cannot have it both ways. We both want what is in our own interest, and that is why we have conflict. Alright, so she's not gonna listen. What a surprise. Alright, Neffany, move you on up. See if we can all get them facing the same way. No, it's not gonna happen. Alright, whatever. There we go. 3 units in the front, 3 units in the back that all have range. So Hark, you don't need to do anything. Soren, you're just waiting for that thief to roll around so you can get killed. Anybody need healing? Oscar a little bit, Neffany a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, I guess. I don't think anybody's gonna get swarmed enough to kill them, but just in case, we'll go ahead and bring him back up to full. Alright, that's taken care of. Weapon level up, very nice. I believe that's B rank? Yes, it is. Awesome. Getting way on up there. I believe we'll just have you hang out back here. So if you can open up the last chest for you in this level for a Thoron. This is a high-level thunder spell, I believe. Yes, it is. High-level lightning magic is very difficult to master, but it bears much destructive strength. So if you're using Soren for thunder, if you're using Ileana, anybody else for thunder mage / sage, then there you go. They're going after Neffany, alright. I kind of expected Neffany to be the target, but, you know. Come Come on, Daphne, you gotta start dodging these. You can't get hit by everything. You have 23 speed. Oh yeah, the sword mask you can dodge. We got Wrath, so that guy's going down. I'm pretty sure she's got her forged weapon on right now too, so she probably had like 60% critical or more. His Wrath ups it by 50, so it's at least 50%. He dropped a killing edge, that's ironic. If that had hit, I would have been more than a little bit annoyed. That guy is dead. Iron Lance broke. Oh good, somebody didn't go after Nephany. He probably couldn't reach Nephany, but the point still stands. What about you? You coward! Standing over there all smug. You know you're screwed, man. You know it. Any curiosity? 8. So 58, and that's without a forged weapon that's got a super high critical. Javelin was 17, that would have been 66. So probably around 70% critical rate. That would make sense. First and foremost, I'm fire some shots at you. It's mostly to get him away from the space he was standing on, but still. Use recover and bring you back to full. Volk, you can head on in here and open up the first of these two to get a Master Seal, which we already know what that does. Haven't seen one of those in a while, actually, so I'm kind of cool to see another one. I don't think anybody on my team needs it anymore. I'm pretty sure we got everybody up to their second class, but if I suddenly get a ridiculous amount of bonus experience and don't know what to do with it, then maybe I'll train up a unit. Who knows? You can die, because I don't like you. I don't care if you can do bonus damage, it's not going to be enough. You. Bye-bye. I can't quite get that guy. Alright, we'll leave Oscar to deal with him. Regal Sword. Yeah, that'll work. I haven't used it in a while. Of course, Ether will probably also work. Level, that's 12 or 13? Oh, 11, okay, never mind. I thought he started the map at 10 for some reason, but I knew that was wrong. That was a good level, though. Everything but defense and magic. Defense would have been nice. Magic I don't care about, but, I mean, that's still a fantastic level, so I would gladly take it. And lastly, let's get rid of you, because you've been a jerk this entire round, putting me to sleep, healing your allies, and I don't like you. There we go. Very nice. You're at full health, you're at full health. In dealing with this boss, first and foremost, is I like using this boss as a training tool. This is a really good boss for getting your weapon level up for anybody that uses ranged weapons. Bows, ranged lances, ranged axes, anything like that works very well here. So, if you want to train up Rolf and try to get his weapon level up, if for whatever reason it's pretty low, this is a fantastic spot to do it right here. Okay, you're almost at full. I know you got hit once, so let's go ahead and use recover on you. It's also, if you want to take damage, you can always just take some damage, retreat, and heal, and get Mist's weapon levels and regular levels up as well. Just keep in mind you are losing bonus experience. I got the A rank for that, so that was still worth it. Lombo's probably... Yeah, Lombo's not going to do jack squat. Really? Nothing? Silver Bow will do some damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. If you wish to extend your short lifespan, then you should not have appeared before me. Have an arrow. Keep in mind, because she is standing on the C square, she is naturally going to get health back, so fair warning about that. There's also why it works. You know, they can just that. I believe she also has an elixir as well. Yeah, she does. Her skills are also Renewal, which will give her a set amount of HP back each turn. Miracle, which will reduce any lethal blow to half damage. And Boon, which is just if there's somebody next to her whenever the turn starts that has some kind of status condition, it basically removes that. So that doesn't really matter. The first two are very annoying, though. Leaf up here. I think that's about everybody. Oh, right. Volk still got one more treasure chest open. What's in it? Probably a short axe, right? No, a brave sword. Okay. Well, we've already seen what the brave weapons are like, so continue on. Wow, that's surprisingly high. Okay. Just do an iron bow for now. Fire some pot shots. Eat up that video time, even though it's already at an hour and 17 minutes. Yeah, it's at 1 minute and 17 seconds. That's totally the answer. That's exactly how far we've come. I want that thief to show up, so it does. Probably go back to full health. Yep, there you go. Alright, he's not gonna show, whatever. Let's actually just try to get her now. Deadeye will put her to sleep. With a crit, it'll do more damage, sure. More criticals! That's not a critical, Ashnard. Let's try again. Alright, fine. Apparently only Roth's the only one that can get a critical here. But she did get a level, so that also helps. Only an HP. Well, whatever. Since she is asleep, everything I attack her with will do. It will have 100% on it, so that's kind of cool. Just fire away. See, this is one of the few times that Deadeye is actually useful, and she's out for 5 turns, but one of the few times that it's actually useful because, you know, bosses take more time to get rid of. Let's just go and use up Little Goose Slayer. Even though you're asleep, I'm still going to talk to you. Why is a Goldoan dragon in the service of King Dan? I merely want to be near the one I love. He is my everything. That is why I must defeat you, or I... She didn't finish, alright, whatever. Okay, there goes the Goose Slayer, that's alright. Can Jill do damage without killing her? Yeah, let's do it. I believe both of those skills will still activate, so everything else is good. Nothing else really important here. I'm just gonna work up some healing, might as well. Work on that S rank for stabs. There is an S rank, by the way. It takes some getting to, but there is one, I believe. I know there's SS in Radiant Dawn, but there's not an SS rank in this game. And I might be entirely making that up, and it may only go to A in this game, I'm not sure. Okay, so I need to knock her down to 10. There's 12, and there's 9. That'll do it. Wouldn't do this because it's not really going to matter. There's no crit rate. Even if she did crit both times, it wouldn't be enough. Jill has a... Yeah, go ahead and do it. Why not? And steal. Yeah, just go ahead and use Steel Sword, I guess. Not that big a deal. Oh, right, I totally forgot she had that. Well, I have Ether, so too bad for you. Bye. That was not as much experience as I was hoping for. I know he's level 10 in his Class 2 form, but still. There's that thief. Sure enough, right after I kill the boss, he comes strutting out of here like, hey world, what's going on? Get out of here. And with that being over, let's go ahead and clear that. If I can select the right unit, that'd be awesome. Actually, really quickly though, because I can. Let's Clearly, these videos are not long enough. I've got to extend the video length, right? You are strong. I have lost. Apparently now you're going to speak in 3-word sentences. And calm yourself and surrender. There's no reason for you to die. That I cannot do. Move forwards. We've upgraded. I must go to him. And she just runs off. I don't know how she managed to get away from the 3 of them and they didn't even give chase. Nasir, good timing. Grab her, will ya? I'm sorry. Ike, did you seriously just get damaged from a shove command? Apparently we found Ike's one weakness. Like, if he gets shoved by his dad, the Black Knight, even Nasir, he just immediately falls to the ground in horrible pain. So, apparently using shove on Ike is the strategy to kill him. So you were the traitor. Someone's been giving information to the enemy. Was that you too? And this medallion? And you're telling me he's not telling you anything. He's being quiet. You've been working for Dan this whole time, but you're a Lagoose. Why? Talk to me. Ah, this is useless. Get him out of here. His traitor's face is making me ill. And he still says nothing. Still says nothing. Until this has been cleared up, you'll be held in custody. I won't question you anymore. When you decide to talk, let me know. Yeah, because apparently it's not going to happen anytime soon. Go to my Palmini Temple. What did you say? And he only says it once. He will not repeat it, so... At least it didn't take them too long to figure out he was the traitor after we figured it out. It was only 1 chapter. Slight improvement. So now instead of cutting to Dayan Castle every time we're talking about the villains, we've been cutting over to Crimea Castle. So the capital's fallen, eh? Ha! I knew it would come to this. Still, how disappointing. Doesn't matter how well you train an army, if they don't fight, they become weak. What's the life of a soldier without a steady diet of war? Blood and pain are the foods of a true warrior. Speaking of soldiers, Your Highness, the majority of our foes have been moved here. I left more than enough soldiers, and yet they could not prevail. I may have overestimated you. Even if she is a dragon, I suppose that was the best she could do. I suppose. But the important thing is the Black Knight. Where's he gotten to? Did you see him in the capital? No one knows where the Black Knight is, man. He's just all over the place. I did. He bid me present this to your majesty. Present, not present. But it is a present for Ashnard, because, of course, as you can expect, it is the medallion. Do be careful not to touch it. The train, I wouldn't have to... It wouldn't do to have you go mad. I'd have to kill you. Yeah, probably. Zero Rex, the war I brought to this pathetic land. Inside is a dark god of immeasurable power and cruelty. It once caused a flood so great that all continents save Tellius were submerged in a watery tomb. You, me, even the very castle itself, we all radiate various forms of chaotic energy, and the dark god is pure chaos. The light you see is that energy calling out to the chaos around us. That is why some scholars refer to it as the Fire Emblem. It is, in fact, the title of this game. The light has the power to bewitch... This light has the power to bewitch the human soul, you know? Close to our chaotic impulses, like the urge to slaughter every living thing in sight. Okay, he's just being creepy now. I'm not gonna read this. Majesty ordered the Black Knight moves to capture Princess Serenus. So, apparently, choosing between the two figured that, Race would be the harder of the two to capture, so he went after the princess. The last report, he was on the way to Phoenix's. So he decided on the princess and not the prince, and did he give any reasons? Based on the findings of a group of scholars. Because the princess is isolated for over 20 years, they feel her magic will be stronger than her brother's. Yeah, can that Black Knight outwit the Hawk King of Phoenix's and steal her away? Yeah, boy. Oh, that would explain how he's getting around everywhere. He's got warp powder. Warp powder. That's beautiful warp powder. We'll have to test that someday, but not today. It's not often that one finds a tool as useful as he is. You've made one blunder after another. How will you prove your worth to me? If you wish to remain my service, you must show me the results. Unless you too want to become food for Rajion here. That would be the dragon he rides around, in case you're wondering. General, you can be dinner. I really don't care which, but do try and show a little initiative, won't you? What happened to Ina when the capital fell? According to all reports, she escaped. Her current location is known. However, this is Ina we're speaking of. She'll return to your majesty, will she not? Kill her. What? No use for her. Oh, but if it... Yeah. Oh, but if it's too much for you to kill her outright, use her trust and stab her in the back. So apparently he has discarded Ina. Well and truly. Wow, I actually got the turns to clear bonus for that. That's mildly surprising. So, with that taken care of, we have, believe it or not, while we have not finished the game, we have defeated Dain in their capital. And so after conquering Navassa, looks like the only way to go is back to where the game all started, to Crimea. So that is what we'll be doing from here until the rest of the game. We'll be heading back through Crimea in order to seize the capital and claim it for, well, really all of Crimea once more. See you guys in the next episode. Later.